Alright, this is the BT4 Combat. I'm going to be taking it apart, and we're going to be doing the power tube mod to make it more efficient. Got some electrical tape. It's red. Doesn't really matter what color it is. Just your regular electrical tape. This is my BT4 Combat. I have an E-grip and a rip clip from BT. We're gonna take off the rip clip. We're gonna take off the handle, and we're gonna take off the E-grip. It all should be pretty straightforward. Your E-grip comes off with these screws here. The forward grip comes off. You unscrew this here. Rip clip. You unscrew these, and it slides off the front. You just pull it forward. As soon as all this stuff's off, I'll be back. We're going to pop off this little rubber nub as well, so that when we take the gun apart, it will come apart. We're going to take off the rear side as well. As soon as that's done, I'll be right back. Okay, we're taking apart the E-grip. Just going to unscrew these. Go in the bowl. Pop-it is not coming out. Doesn't want to come out. I'll be right back. Now that my grip Allen keys or Allen screws are out, we're going to take off the ASA on the bottom. 2 screws. That'll come off and release the trigger from the air pipe or the air feed. I'm going to do that real quick and we'll be right back. There it is. ASA is unscrewed. 2 screws, 1, 2. Now our trigger. Okay, so everything's off the gun. ASA is disconnected. No trigger. Iron sight's gone. And there's my rip clip. The one on this side here. We're going to start undoing the screws. We're going to undo 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we took a little rubber nipple off the cocker. And when I'm done unloosening those, we'll be right back. Okay, so I've loosened up the 4 screws. We're going to open this up nice and carefully, if we can. I don't know why this. Oh, there we go. So there's our 4 screws. Here's the internals. There's your detent. I don't know why I was having such a hard time. There's your thread. There's the power tube we're after. Okay. So we're going to undo a couple screws on the other side here. It's holding this in. This is being held in on the other side by 2 screws. We can see that here, I think, without anything. There goes our feed. I'll take the detent out before we flip it over. So 2 screws here, 1, 2, and we'll be back. Okay, next step here is to remove your power tube from your ASA pipe connector. We're just going to unscrew this right here. I've already loosened mine up a little bit, just with some pliers. It's pretty greasy, so I used a paper towel to hold the top part. That's what you're looking at right there. Okay, this is what we're after we disconnected our ASA. We have our power tube, and as you can see, the piece inside of it, it comes out pretty easily. It's not in there very good, meaning there's lots of space. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but from here, one second. I don't know if you can tell or not, but from here, this thing's ribbed. Like the machine lines are still on it. I don't know if you can tell or not. But yeah, it's got some machining lines, not very smooth. So okay, so once you're done with your power tube, it should look something like this. I got some tape. Just make sure you don't go over the edges of these little ridges here with the tape. You just want to cover the holes, because the holes allow air to escape out of the section where the holes are, instead of out of this part here where you want the air to go. And up here, that's where you want the air to go. So these channels you don't want taped, but the holes you do, and this last back piece here, throw a piece on there just to keep everything snug. But most importantly is this big hole here. That's where your ASA connects in like that, down at the bottom, through the bottom of the gun. Air escapes out of there. That's why sometimes when you shoot your gun, you can feel air blowing out of the trigger, because it's coming out of that hole. So you put a piece of tape around it, it stops the air coming out of that hole. Now one more thing is, before I did this, I wiped off all the grease. There was some oil on it and stuff like that. One last note is, as you can see on here, you can see the 3 holes there. Because this is going to be a much tighter fit, than it was before, you want to first line up these holes so that when you push it all the way in, because it's going to be pretty snug, you're not going to be able to get it out very easy. You'll need if you need to get this out, out of this tube, you'll need to put something in one of these holes and push it, like with an Allen key or something, to push this out. So it's going to be a pretty snug fit, so you want to make sure you line up these holes first before you push it all the way in. I'm going to do that in 1 second.